Hello everyone, very good evening. This is Karthik from Raj Cloud Technologies. Thank you all for joining session today. Before starting the session, I just wanna share you about our social media handles, and then I'll hand over session to our trainer Abhishek Garu. Okay. So I welcome you all to our Azure Data Engineering batch number four, session number 1. I welcome you all to the first session. Before starting the session, I just want to show you about our social media handles. Okay, so we have a we have a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel. So you can search for Raj Informatica. You can search for Raj Informatica or Raj Cloud Technologies in YouTube. You can find out this. So this is our official channel. This is our official channel. Raj Informatica real-time hands-on job-based training. We have almost 36.1K subscribers, 490 plus videos we have added here. If you just go to the video section, and if you can see here, we have uploaded many videos related to Snowflake, Power BI, Azure Data Engineering, Generative AI, Informatica Cloud, Power BI, Cybersecurity, AWS DevOps, okay, and on many other things, on many other latest technologies. We have added many videos here. Just visit our channel once. Okay, just visit our channel once. If you like our content, if you like our videos, like them, comment them, and subscribe to our channel for more videos, so that whenever we upload any new video, you'll get a notification as well. From there you can access it for free of cost. Okay, yes. And we have Instagram page too. So this is our Instagram page, Raj Informatica. Okay, if you can see here, so we have 3000 plus followers, and in this Instagram page particularly, we will be posting about the job openings, the latest job openings. Okay, all will be posted here. So in our stories, you can see here there is a highlights as well. There is a job openings highlights as well. In these job openings highlights, we will be posting all our the latest openings here, and the referrals, everything will be posted here. So just follow Raj Informatica Instagram page, so that you can get not only on the Azure. So whatever the courses we are offering, on all our courses, we will be posting the job updates, and the referrals, everything will be posted here. The people who is joined for our previous courses, so hope you can see here. So hope you have noticed already about these job postings and everything. Okay, yeah. So let me take you to our website. We have a website called razinformatica.com. This is our official website. Okay, and this is our home screen. If you just scroll down a bit, you can able to see the software trainings we are offering. So we are offering generative AI, Informatica data quality and cloud data quality, AWS data engineering, Azure data engineering and Databricks, Snowflake in the combination of DBT and ADF, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud IICS IDMC, Artificial Intelligence plus Machine Learning, Cyber Security with Ethical Hacking, Power BI, SAP S4 HANA and FICO, GCP Professional Certification Training, Python for full stack, Python for data science, Python for AI and ChatGPT, Salesforce and AWS and DevOps. These are the courses we are offering from Raj Cloud Technologies. And today we are in Azure Data Engineering batch 4, session number 1. Okay, so if you want to see more details about Azure Data Engineering, you can just go to the courses here. Okay, so you can just go to the courses here, and you can click on Azure Training. You can click on Azure Training. Okay, and this is the page for our Azure training, and today is session number 1. We have done with the demo session, we have done with the introduction class. Okay, so today is the first session. Don't worry about it. Even if you have missed the previous classes also, no need to worry about that. You can start from today directly. Okay, you can start from today directly. Okay, yes. So before starting the session, I would like to just add you to our WhatsApp group as well, and I'll share you today's session recording and material also. Okay, I'll share you today's session recording and material also. So can you please drop your name and WhatsApp numbers over chat? Name and WhatsApp numbers over chat, so that we will be sharing you today's session recording and material as well. So today is the first session for batch 4. I have just shared you over chat as well. Okay, so name and WhatsApp number, please drop it quickly so that like we can start the technical part. So I'm just like allowing everyone to take 2 minutes of time and post your name and WhatsApp number here. Post your name and WhatsApp number here. So I have just like started the timer. Okay. Please take your 2 minutes of time and post your name and WhatsApp number. If you are from a different country, please drop with your country code so that only like we can text you over WhatsApp. So we will be sharing you today's session recording and material, and we will be adding to our WhatsApp group as well. Okay, so please share your name and WhatsApp number over chat so that like we can help you for the further things. Yeah, thanks for sharing your contacts. Still the chat is open. Okay. So if you haven't shared, you can keep sharing. Okay. So there is some special offer available today. Today is the last day for offer. Today is the last day for getting a discount on our course price. So just stay connected. Just stay connected till end of the session. You are going to know about the offer and everything. Okay. Thank you all. Abhishek, over to you, please.
All right, let me share my screen. Give me a moment, guys. All right. Um, First of all, thank you so much for joining today's session organized by Raj Informatica. Um, First of all, let me introduce myself. Hello, everyone. I am Abhishek Agrawal. I have done my engineering from an IIT Raipur in 2016. And after that, I have worked completely into Azure data engineering background. I have delivered uh, 15 to 20 data migration projects from legacy system to um, Azure cloud system, and also from different migration project from Hadoop ecosystem to Spark ecosystem, right? I started my training journey back in COVID timing, right? So I started helping my friends who lost their job into in coronavirus, right? And after that, like they referred to their friends, and then 5 students became 10 students, 10 students became 15 students, right? And then Karthik was one of my like colleague, right? So I contacted him that I want to like teach professionally, right? So he included me in Raj Informatica, right? And here I teach professionally, and I make sure that I basically deliver the content which I do on day-to-day basis, right? During my job, that is what I try to deliver. Currently, I'm working in Sud in Germany, right, as Azure Data Engineer. After COVID ended, I wanted to move to a different country just to do the job there. So I directly applied to few of the companies in across the globe, right? And I landed up a job here in Germany, and I'm working here as Azure Data Engineer. So this is pretty much about me, right? I'm Abhishek Agrawal. You can read about me in the website. And together with me, SankhaDas will be the tutor of the course, right? So together, both of us will be providing you the end-to-end data engineering course, right? And SankhaDas is also here with us, right? So I request Sankha to kindly introduce himself, and then we will proceed with the masterclass. Um, uh, uh, so I think you can unmute yourself, Sankha, and then introduce
Oh yeah,
yourself,
yeah.
please.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Hello everyone. Good evening to everyone. Okay. So basically, yeah, this is Sankhya from Kolkata. So basically, I have started my teaching also in 2020 with starting from Python ETL tool, then it's moving to Azure cloud domain. But if you say my experience is near about 5 years experience delivering the projects for UK, Middle East, Europe, and US based projects for more than 5 years. Okay. So my key technologies I work in Azure Data Engineer as a Databricks Certified Data Engineer Associate, along with Azure Certified Data Engineer Associate, and I teach PySpark, Spark, Databricks, and all these things. So here, basically, Abhishek has given an opportunity to collaborate with him. So this is the way we will start, and we'll make it everything end to end, hands-on based, because both we are of the field from the practical field. So whatever the challenges we face in our real life, so we can also give you the use case or the how to answer this kind of tackle this kind of questions in the interview. Okay, and also we will both will make you prepare for any certifications like related to database and Azure. So you will get a very edge in your resume as well. And this curriculum, so Abhishek will describe in more detail. So yeah, that's it from my end. Abhishek, yeah, that's your turn. Now you can take over.
All
Thanks
right.
for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you, Sankha, for introducing yourself, right? So now what we will do, we will start the master class, right? And what is the agenda of the today's master class? Today's agenda of the master class is to make sure that each and every question, what questions you guys have, I will try to make sure that me and Sankha will make sure that each and every question is answered, okay? And we are not taking this particular master class for the first time, right? So daily, every month, we take 4 to 5 master class. So we already know what kind of a question you guys have, right? And I will make sure, me and Sankha will make sure that each and every question is answered. And let me pull up the general question which people might have, right? And if you have some sort of extra question, you guys can type in the chat and we will answer those questions as well. And we will also give you the chance so that you can interact one to one and then you can ask questions as well, right? So let me pull up the general question which people might have in general, right? And then we will go through those questions first. All right. So people have generally these questions, okay? Sometimes people are confused about what is cloud. They are just like heard somewhere cloud and then they feel that, hey, I want to learn cloud, right? But they are not aware what is cloud. Then if they are aware about what is cloud, they are always and always confused. Hey, whether I should go for Azure or AWS or GCP or whatnot, right? So they are confused about it. So we will speak about it. Why Azure only? Then people are confused about, hey, I will learn about, I know about cloud now, I know about Azure. Then why and what is the future of Azure, right? Is there any job openings for that? I will speak about it. Then sometimes people are confused, Abhishek. There is like data engineering, there is data science, there is DevOps, there is like data analysis, right? What to choose? Just want to go to the data field. What to choose? And what is data engineering, right? So we'll talk about it. Then sometimes people are confused about, Abhishek, I'm a fresher. Can I get a job? I have a career gap. Can I get a job? I have 10 years of experience. Can I switch? How I can switch, right? We will answer those questions. Then people are confused about, I am from Power background, I am from SSIS, I am from Informatica, I am from admin, I am from sales, I am from marketing. Can I switch? How I can switch? Then sometimes people have a question about, hey, coding is required or not? How much coding is required? SQL is required or not? Python is required or not? We'll speak about it. Then if you have a question about how we will do projects, where we will practice, how much experience I can show by learning, right? We will speak about it. Then if you have a question about, hey, how we will approach the interview, how we will handle the scenarios based interview question, right? And then how we will like handle such as like technical questions, such as, hey, what are the technical challenges you have faced in the project, right? How to answer those questions, we will speak about it. Then sometimes people want to like have a course related information, that hey, what is the duration of the course, what is the price of the course, and all of that. That Karthik will take care by end of the session, okay? And also he will tell you the offer, and me and Sankha will give you the technical gist about everything, right? So to basically understand each and everything which I have written over here, we will follow a particular path, and then we will understand everything, right? So let me pull up the agenda points now, what we need to cover, okay? So and then we will follow that particular path. So we will follow this particular path in which we'll understand why cloud, what is cloud, why Azure, then we'll understand why and what of data engineering, then we'll understand who can learn, then we'll understand coding is required, then we'll understand tools to learn, and we will follow one by one every topic. And if we follow every topic, then each and every question will be answered anyways, okay? All right. Now let's try to start with why cloud, what is cloud, why Azure, right? So let's try to discuss about it first, okay? And to understand this, I will pull up this particular slide, and then I will try to give very, very simple example, right? And me and Sankha will make sure that we are giving very simple examples so that everybody can understand, no matter you're from technical background, you're not technical background, everybody can understand, right? So we'll talk very simple, right? So now suppose, what is cloud? Let's try to understand it in very, very simple terms. What is cloud? Okay. So suppose back in 2012, when I was in college, I used to use CDs, DVDs, pen drive, all of that to watch movies, right? And if somebody wants to if I want to share some sort of event photos with someone, I need to go to their places, hand over the pen drive, right? So those things we used to do. Now I no longer do that. Reason being that if I want to store some of the things, I just use Google Drive, right? I need to just purchase Google Drive, because if I want to share the data with someone, I can just create a link, share the data, right? And you guys also, whenever you go to marriage or some sort of function, people nowadays share some sort of a drive link, and then you can see around the photos, right? Why? Because it's easy to share, it's easy to collaborate, it's easy to maintain, right? And then when you are keeping a pen drive, it's like you can just if it is lost, then all of the data is also lost, right? So all of that hectic, all of the trouble, all of those troubles are not in the cloud. Reason being that you can upload the data to the cloud, you can upgrade your storage as well in the cloud, right? So now if you see, every individual is moving to the cloud. Reason being that it has its own advantage, right? So it's easy to collaborate, easy to maintain, data loss and recovery is also handled by the cloud service provider, everything is there. That is why everybody is moving to the cloud, and hence every individual is moving to the cloud. So every company is also moving to the cloud. So whatever used to happen in the past, data analysis, data science, data analytics, right, and the data engineering, right, everything happens in the cloud nowadays. So it's not like data engineering was not there before. Data engineering was there before as well, but now we need to use cloud services and then do data engineering, right? We Data analysis was there, but now we need to do those data analysis in the cloud, right? So we need to learn cloud tools, right? So that is what the cloud is. Cloud is basically like making our life easy by giving option to easy to collaborate, easy to maintain, right? And then all of these options are there. That is the difference between on-premise and cloud, right? Now, what is cloud in general? Cloud is nothing but you're not using your computer. You're accessing someone else's computer. You're paying for it, right? You can just understand this by example of a like a internet cafe, right? So when I was in college, I used to go to the internet cafe, pay them 10 rupees an hour, 20 rupees an hour, right? And then used to use their machine, right, for that particular duration of time. And then I used to use their softwares which is there in their system, right? So if you think about it, cloud is nothing but beside that, right? Here, what you're doing, you're trying to use the computers, you're trying to use the virtual machines, right? You're trying to use the computing power of the cloud service providers such as Amazon, Microsoft, GCP, VMware, Alibaba. That is what you're doing, right? So what is cloud? Cloud is nothing but the practice of using a network of remote server hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data rather than your local computer. So you're not using your computer, you're using someone else's computer, you're paying for it, right? Simple. So that is what the cloud is, right? All right. So we understood what is cloud, right? And we also understood the importance of it. Now let's try to understand. Hey Abhishek, there is AWS, there is GCP, there is Azure, there is Alibaba, there is VMware. Why Azure only? Why I should learn only Azure, right? So let's try to speak about it, okay? So now I am a Azure data engineer from past 8 to 9 years now, right? So now why you should choose Azure only? So like you can choose any cloud. So you can you can choose GCP as well. You can choose AWS as well. You can choose any other cloud, right? But like, and then if you learn, you can get a job. Every cloud is good, right? But I am little biased towards Azure, and let me tell you why I'm biased, right? Because I am a Azure data engineer from past 8 to 9 years, and similarly Sankha is also a Azure data engineer from past 5 to 6 years now, right? So now whenever we want to switch a job, for example, like in India as well, we also try to switch a job from 5 LPA to 10 LPA, 10 to 15 LPA, 15 to 20 LPA, 20 to 30 LPA, right? So whenever we wanted to switch a job, we were always and always able to get a interview calls, right? So now, like, and also during the COVID time when I wanted to teach someone, I was always and always getting a reach from different countries, right? People were reaching me. It's not like I was looking for someone. It's just like there is less less openings, and like uh, there are more openings and less people, right? That is why Azure has a very good market everywhere. No matter if you want to get a job in India, across the different salary domains, and if you want to get a job abroad as well, across the salary domain, right? Then also there is opportunity. And at the same time, Microsoft, like Azure is a product of a Microsoft, right? And as the Azure is a product of a Microsoft, Microsoft has a very good corporate penetration, right? Suppose they have a very good product such as Office, VS Code, so many good products, right? So and then many of the people like the companies such as Amazon, like Google, right? There also they use Microsoft product because like they have Excel, they have very good product, right? So they build, so this companies like such as Amazon, Google, they build everything in house, but they cannot run away from very good product which is developed by Microsoft in general, right? So because the Microsoft has a very good penetration in the corporate world, it makes like it gives a upper hand to Microsoft to market Azure as well, right? So that is the first reasoning which I can give you why Azure only. And at the same time, if you see, like Microsoft is heavily investing in OpenAI and ChatGPT as well, and I know that all of you probably has installed OpenAI and then ChatGPT, and you guys are exploring about it, right? So that also gives Azure as a upper hand, right? And then I have many other reasons as well to prove that, right? So they have a very good compliance policy, and then they have a hybrid cloud setup, and then um, they have like they are developing a SaaS solution such as Fabric, right? So I have many reasoning to prove that, right? So now like every cloud is good, right? I'm not saying GCP or AWS is bad, right? So they are also good, but I just explained why I feel Azure is better, because I am from Azure background from past 8 to 9 years. From opportunity wise, I never faced any challenges, and at the same time, Microsoft has a good penetration in a corporate world that gives Microsoft as an edge to market Azure in general. And at the same time, Microsoft is also heavily investing in OpenAI, which also gives Microsoft as a upper hand, right? All right. And then like when you see about the Azure market share, and then when you see about like the demand, and then like they are, and then salary as well, in all the places you will see that Azure has an edge, right? And at the same time, like, don't believe me, don't believe anyone, just go to naukri.com. For example, if I go to naukri.com, right, and if I search a job over here, just try to type Azure Data Engineer, for example, Azure Data Engineer, right, and then search it. Just don't believe anyone, guys. So here you can see how many job openings are here. No matter in which particular salary bracket, in which particular job location you're trying to find a job, there is a job opening, right? And somebody will say that Abhishek, it's Naukri.com. Like, is there any job opening in Europe? Is there any job opening in US? Yeah, so there's a job opening in Europe, in US, in other countries as well, which you can go and check out the LinkedIn profile and then LinkedIn job search you can do, and you can also understand the openings of it, right? So now we understood what is cloud, why cloud, then why Azure only, right? I have given my reasoning behind it, right? Now, and also there is a future. Why there is a future? Because every company is moving to the cloud. Then we need data engineers, we need data analysts, we need data scientists to work in the cloud, right? And there's an opening as well, which you can see over here, right? So now let's try to understand, like, Abhishek, there is data analysis, there is data science, there is data engineering as well, right? And there is some sort of a DevOps job as well, right? So now sometimes people are not clear about what is data engineering, right? So they are not very clear about what is data engineering. So whenever we want to learn something, it's very important that you guys know uh, what to learn and what not to learn, okay? Because when you see a job openings over here, for example, let me open this job opening. 4 to 5 relevant experience, ETL, Data Factory, Power BI, Tableau, right? This should have the reporting framework layer of Power BI, Tableau. Is it a data engineering? No, it's not data engineering, right? So this Power BI, Tableau, all of that are generally a data analyst job. But why it's written in the job description? Yeah, people write in the job description, but it's not like you should focus. Suppose if I am guiding someone to become a data engineer, I will not guide him to start with this. I will rather like suggest them to start with this. And nowadays, if you go to the any sort of a job description, you'll get confused because they write so many things that, like, people are not aware how to start and from where to start. For example, here if you see, they have written like PySpark, Databricks ecosystem, structured streaming, Delta Life Table, workflow, Data Factory, Event Hub, data modeling technique, DevOps, God knows how many things they have written, right? And now if somebody wants to start and then go to YouTube, search about these things, try to learn it, it makes life very, very difficult because there are so many things to learn. And then you don't know how to start and where to start. That you don't know. And in some of the job opening, they will write about data science as well. You'll see, right? Here, if you see the job opening, Kafka, and then like IAM policy, somebody has written IAM policy here. It's not also data engineering, right? Over here, it's not data engineering. Now they have written about analyze the requirement about user story. They have like written some sort of user stories requirement, some Scrum job, PO job, all of that also they have written. Product design they have also written, right? The company wants to hire someone who can do everything for them, right? Because, and also you can see it's a senior role. That is why probably they have written it. So now sometimes you are not like you will get confused if you go to the different openings, and you will get confused that, hey, from where to start and what is like important to learn right now for me. Suppose if I have 3 months to learn, if I have 4 months to learn, what I need to really focus on, and what I need to what I can skip right now. Okay, so that you should understand. And me and Sankha, we will try to make sure that you guys understand it very clearly, that what to focus on and what not to focus on. Okay, and being a data engineer from past 8 to 9 years, right? I will make sure, and me and Sankha will make sure that we guys will teach you what is really required to get a job, rather than focusing on 10 more things which is not required to get a job, right? And we'll also make sure that we will teach you whatever we know, right? So by end of the training, we will make sure that whatever we have delivered among all of our career, you guys know all of this, right? So that we will make sure. Okay, so let's try to understand what is data engineering first. Okay, so let me pull up a slide to explain that. Okay, and I will also make sure that I'm explaining this in very simple terms. Okay, so now, for example, like what is data engineering? So suppose as I told you that, hey, suppose Karthik contacted me, for example, and he is running this particular business, and then Karthik contacted me that, hey, Abhishek, I want to basically open a I have opened this particular coaching business in which we are training people, right? And I have opened a offline training stores in Bangalore, right? In Bangalore, I have opened one particular training coaching center, and at the same time, I have opened a coaching center in Mumbai as well, in Delhi as well. I opened a coaching center. I have a coaching center across the India at different locations, right? And in different location, like one particular training location, I'm using a SharePoint to store my data. In one particular training, like a coaching store, I'm using a SQL server to store my data. In one of the training store, I'm using a file server to store my data. So I'm using this particular different data storage to store my data. Okay. Now he told me that, Abhishek, like if I want to understand total sales, right? Then what I need to do, I need to contact to all of this store manager and give me the data somewhere in the one centralized location, so that I can understand the total sales. I can understand that how many students joined my course, right? To understand all of this, I need to basically summarize the data at one particular central location, and it's making my life difficult. Reason being that by end of the day, I need to contact to all of this the coaching center managers, and I need to get the data from them, right? So it's making my life difficult. So what I want to do, I want to store my data at one central location. And Karthik also told me that, hey, Abhishek, it's better to choose a cloud storage, because I don't want to store the data in some sort of a computer. That is also hectic for me. Again, difficult to share and all of that, which we have already learned. So, and then I want to analyze it, right? So I told him that it's a basically a standard data analysis it's a descriptive analytics problem in which you want to basically understand a particular data, and you want to make a business insight of it, right? So that is what you want to do. So for that, you probably need architecture, right? Architecture as in technically how this particular problem can be solved, right? So we need an architect who will design architecture solution for us, right? So suppose like I will tell you that for this particular problem statement, how the architecture will be designed, right? For example, like this is how the architecture will be designed for this particular problem statement. So this is how the architecture will be designed for this particular problem statement, right? So first of all, the architecture needs to be designed that, hey, what sort of tools we need, and then how the migration will happen, right? So the architecture design needs to be designed, and then that will be designed by the architect. Okay. And then the security and infra team will make sure that that particular architecture is suitable, right? That is what they will make sure. And then here comes the data engineer. What data engineer will do in this particular problem statement is, data engineer will make sure that he will try to design a pipeline which can move the data from one place to another, like from source to destination. It can load the data. That is what it can do. Okay. And at the same time, transform the data to make it ready for the analysis. That is what the data engineer will do. Now somebody will tell, Abhishek, I can just like, what data engineer is doing, I can just directly like go to Drive, upload the data to the cloud. Why do we need data engineer for that? Suppose I can just like upload the data directly, right? I can just select some sort of a file and upload the data directly to the cloud. So why we need data engineer for that? Suppose if you have one file, you can upload the data without any automation. But suppose if you have daily 100 file coming, and then every second data is coming, for that you need to make things automated. And how to make things automated? You need some sort of a engineering, some coding behind it, right? So that it can be automated. So for that, they are the different tools, right? Azure Data Factory, Synapse Analytics, which can do that. So these are the tools which will help you to move the data from point A to point B. That is the extraction part of data engineering. Okay. Extraction and loading part of data engineering. Then comes the data transformation, in which you try to transform the data to make it ready for the analysis, right? That is what the transformation part of data engineering. Okay. So, and then data analyst will come. Once the data is prepared, data analyst will come, take the data, and then try to make a Power BI dashboard. All of that he will do, right? So as a data engineer, your first job is to do extract, transform, and load. That is what you will do first. Okay. So what is the job of a data engineer? Data engineer's job is to, and data engineers are defender, right? They are not like work with the business directly, right? They will not work with the business directly. Rather than that, they will support data analysts, they will support data scientists, right? Who will use the data and provide the end result ultimately. Okay, so the data engineer will basically support data. So in all of the project, like 10 to 11 or 10 to 15 project, whatever projects I have done till now, I was always working with data analyst or data scientist, right? In current company, I'm working with data scientists. In previous companies, I was working with data analyst because based upon the what business wants us to do, right? So based upon that, you will be working with data analyst and data scientist. Now you'll also develop a ETL pipeline. You'll make a data marts. You'll design a. You'll basically monitor data pipeline. You'll make sure the code quality is good. You'll make sure the data quality is good, right? You'll make sure that your pipeline is performing best, right? So all of that data engineer will do. Data engineer, what data engineer will not do? Data engineer will not work on the ML models, right? Data engineer will not work on reports, dashboard, all of that, right? That is not data engineering, right? No matter if some company are saying that, hey, just do some sort of a dashboarding, they don't want to hire or invest on data analysts probably because it's like their use case are small or anything can be there, right? But ideally, if you ask me, is this data engineering? No, it's not data engineering, right? So Power BI reports and all of that should be done by data analysts, right? Then CI/CD pipeline, it's a DevOps job. It's not data engineering, okay? Now front-end application, all of that is not data engineering. You see, infrastructure security is not data engineering, right? So you should really focus on when you want to switch your career to a different data engineering domain, just focus on what is important and what is data engineering rather than focusing on 10 other things, which ideally is not important right now, okay? So you should really focus on extract, transform, and load. Okay. And to learn extract, transform, and load, what are the things are important? These are the things are important, right? So these are the tools you should focus on to learn extract, transform, and load. What is that? Data Factory, Data Bricks, Synapse Analytics, Azure SQL Database, Data Lake, DevOps, and Fabric, right? These are the tools you should focus on, right? And now you will again say, Abhishek, you you told us 6 tools to focus on. How I can really focus on 1, 2 tools or 3 tools, right? Now, if you again ask me how to segregate between these tools, I will suggest you to learn with Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB, and Spark. That's all, right? So if you learn 3 to 4 tools such as Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB, and Spark, your job is done because Synapse Analytics, Fabrics, and all of that is built on top of it, right? So if you understand, if you really understand Data Factory, Databricks, Spark, SQL DB, then you are done, right? So if you see over here, if you see over here, give me a moment. If you see over here, data factory is being used for the extraction, means data movement from point A to point B, then the loading will happen, and then the transformation will happen, right? So these are the 3 main things, right? And then for extraction, Data Factory; for transformation, SQL DB or Databricks, right? And then for storage, see your data lake, and then this one, right? So you need to really focus on Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB, right? And Spark, right? So now I will try to explain what is Data Factory, right? And then how it looks, right? And then I will also explain you how the SQL DB looks, right? And then Sankha will take you through about, hey, why Databricks is important, why Spark is important. He will try to explain that, okay? So let me open the Data Factory now, okay? Give me a moment. So now the Data Factory is a tool where you don't need to write any code. Okay, so here it's a no code machine where you can just like drag drop your activities, your pipeline, and then your job is done, right? So Data Factory is a tool where you need to drag drop an activity and then your job is done, right? So here you don't need to write any code. So suppose somebody is saying that, Abhishek, I don't know SQL, I don't know Python, I don't know any coding. Yes, you can learn data engineering, but you should start with Data Factory in that case, okay? because Data Factory is a tool where you don't need to write any code. So you can start with this particular tool in that case, okay? So suppose over here, if you want to copy the data, for example, if I want to move my data from my own computer to the cloud, I will use this copy data activity, and in the source, I will do the setting in which I will configure my source, which is my computer, and then I will configure my sink, which is the destination, which is my cloud storage, okay, that I will configure. And I will be able to move the data using a copy data activity using Data Factory, that I can do, okay. So Data Factory is a tool which will help you to copy the data, to move the data from point A to point B. Similar to, suppose if you want to move yourself from point A to point B, you book a taxi, right? And then you put a point A address, you point a point B address, and then you try to like book a taxi. Similar to that, you try to just like set up your source address, you set up your sink address, and then you can idly use a copy data activity to move your data from point A to point B. That is what you can do, okay? All right, so this is the Data Factory. And then if you ask me, Abhishek, I don't know any coding, I'm just starting in Azure, or I don't have any Python background, I don't have any SQL background, right? And if I know coding as well, then also I want to just learn a tool to start. Then this is a Data Factory tool to start with, because it's provide you an end-to-end understanding about Azure data engineering in general, because you will design a pipeline over here. How I started with data engineering, I also started data engineering back in 2016-17 with Data Factory tool itself. It's the oldest tool. Previously, they had a SSIS tool, right, for the migration, and then they made Data Factory. So now, when from the job perspective as well, it's one of the important tool to learn. Reason being that it's the oldest tool developed by Microsoft. So many people, many companies are adopting and adopted this particular tool, and it's in the production already. So this is one of the important tools to learn, right? For which there is no coding required. And then you can also learn your SQL skill set, and then you can practice with, like, you can transform your data using SQL stored procedure or SQL. Over here, if I open it, so here you can write your SQL query, you can type your SQL query, and then you can transform the data. That is what you can do in the SQL server, right? So now suppose if you have not big amount of data, you ideally need only one machine to process data, which is a SQL server. There you can process data. Now, when you have a big amount of data, right, you ideally need a distributed computing framework, which Sankha will take you through and try to give a picture about it. Why Spark is needed, why database is needed. So Sankha, you can share your screen probably and then take us through.
Yeah, okay, fine. Just let me share my screen. Just confirming once my screen is visible. My screen is visible, right?
Yeah,
Am I audible?
yeah.
Basically, when we are saying that we will work as a data engineer, right? So data will increase in a size. Means let's say just think about the situation of last 10 years ago. We were using a mobile of 4 GB RAM and 16 GB storage hardly, or maybe 2 GB sometimes. But right now, if you see, we are using something called 16 GB RAM and mostly 512 GB storage. So you can see like this is the picture of 2015, this is the picture of 2025. So every day we are consuming this data, right? So how all this data consumption, or let's say use data, how the company can use? So basically, company stores the data and they use that data to run some promotional activity, maybe maximize the revenue, maybe some predictions, so many things, right? So as a data engineer, our job would be to process the big data. Big data means huge data, like in maybe sometimes GB to TB. Okay, that should be very common. So when we need some big data, we are getting some big data. So we need to have some dedicated environment for that. We cannot directly process that. Also, if we can do, it would take a very huge time, right? But again, there will be latency and so many things. It should be processed on that particular day. So that's why there is a concept known as Spark. So what is Spark? In simple word, it's a in-memory data processing engine. In memory, mostly big data. More specifically, if I say big data processing engine, Right now it's the architecture. Okay, it has multiple components, like you can say driver, then you have something called cluster manager, then it has something known as executor. Okay, so now these components basically manages how the data would be processed in an efficient way. Okay, so now if I show you some quick architecture, or let's say the working in very simple way, that here we will write down the code. Let's say we are writing as code in Python, or let's say PySpark, or let's say any languages. So when we run this code, or let's say we are running in Python. Okay, so data, data we can process through code-based tool as well, as Abhishek already told, like through Azure Data Factory we can do using no code-based tool. If you go for particularly code-based tool, then you should write in Python or PySpark or any other language that we'll discuss later. But when any user submits any code, right? So the code directly goes to the Spark context, or let's say you can say Spark session. So Spark session means it will give you the entry point to interact with this engine. So when the Spark session would be created, so driver will take the task. This is the driver, you can say master. It would take the task, and what it would do, it would request some resource, okay, for to the cluster manager. So now cluster manager has all the list of all the worker nodes, means, or you can say all the executors who are free or who are occupied to do all the jobs. Like you can say simple team manager takes the task and they want to distribute the work to the multiple members of the team through the team lead. Okay, so this is the way basically driver take the task. It resource ask for the resources. Now let's say this is already occupied, so it would, in that case, it would allocate to this particular worker. So right now, let's say there is one more worker also free. So now let's say if you have just assume 10,000 rows, there is a probability, or there can be like something called 6,000 or 4,000, or let's say 5,000. In this way, the data would be processed in a parallel way, so that in the same time we can process much data. And when worker will complete the task, worker will send back the result again to the driver. Okay, and again this driver means worker will send back the, after processing it will send back to the driver. So driver will send back the result to the user. So this is the way this Spark will basically work. So now there are so many things. What is DAG? So what are the tasks you need to do step by step? Let's say we need to read some data. Okay, then we need to apply some filter. Then let's we need to apply some join. Then some window function. So many things, right? So these all the task is basically being step by step. So this step is basically maintained through this DAG. So what is DAG? Directed acyclic graph. So through this kind of acyclic, this this kind of sequence, the task is basically being done. Okay, so now we can ask you, okay, if we know Spark, so we can run in Spark in our local machine as well. So what is the need of Databricks? So then there is a picture comes like Databricks. So if I tell you a very fun story, those who developed Spark later they created Databricks to commercialize it. So basically Spark was a college project. From that Databricks has been developed. So Databricks is nothing but a cloud platform. Okay, so from where we can automate our Spark configuration or our Spark engine. That means, let's say if I, all these are basically nothing but the, you can say PCs or computers. Okay, so they have some dedicated RAM, and all these things. But how, when a big data load will come more than expected, how it should be managed, the RAMs, or if it need to be supplied more RAM. So this kind of automated things, or resource management, Databricks will basically handle. So that's the advantage of Databricks. Spark is a, like you can say, in-memory processor, big data processing engine, and Databricks is a platform who leverage, or which leverages the architecture of the Spark to do the things. Now, if I quickly give you a look and feel of the Databricks, if I, let's say, already have opened the things. So here, if I go to here, let's say, if I go to here, simple, just to show you how we write down the codes and all this thing, just to give you a quick overview. It's a free edition. So 1 second, the catalog has been opened. Fine. So basically here we will get to see how we write down the codes. Just let me quickly show you. So through PySpark is nothing but a Python API to interact with Spark. It's kind of a language you can consider as of now. Okay. So it's a totally code-based tool. So like this way you create a data frame, you do some operation, you do some normal filter, so many things you can do. Okay, and all these things basically it will be processed distributed. It means on a parallel. Okay. Now, what are the language they give? They give Python, SQL, Scala, R, all these things. So we can totally focus on these two, Python and SQL. Okay. So right now, here, if you see, also we can create the pipeline as well here. In the same, whatever we can do in data factory, the same thing also we can do it here as well. So if I quickly show you how it looks like, so let's say this is the way you can orchestrate the overall pipeline like this way. Okay, so this is the way it would work on. It would basically process on a daily basis. Okay, so this is the way actually you automate the overall end-to-end pipeline for a long run. Okay, once you develop, you test it, then you deploy it. Once you deploy it, it would keep on running for a long-term basis until you stop it. So this is the way Databricks and Spark will be used to handle big data processing in a parallel way. Okay, so yeah, that's it from my end. Now, if you have any questions, we can definitely answer after the session or in the meantime completing on the session. Okay, so yeah, Abhishek, over to you. You can add few things if you need something. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Sankha, for explaining this. Like, all right. So as Sankha has explained, right? Um, like we need Spark for distributed computing, right? And then the Databricks is basically um, developed by the creators of Apache Spark itself, right? So that makes a Databricks a very important tool to learn, right? Because the data is increasing on day-to-day basis, right? And then when the data is increasing day-to-day basis, like it's very important to learn about um big data processing in general, right? All right. Give me a moment. I will share my screen again. All right. So now, why cloud? What is cloud? Why Azure? So I will just try to summarize everything. Why cloud? Because easy to share, easy to maintain, easy to collaborate, right? What is cloud? Cloud is nothing but you're not using your computer, you're accessing someone else's computer, you're paying for it, right? Why Azure? Because Microsoft has a good integration and then partnership with OpenAI, and at the same time, Microsoft has a good corporate penetration, which makes Microsoft easy to market their product, which is Azure. Now, why and what of data engineering, right? Data engineering is nothing but extract, transform, and load, right? Extraction means data movement, and transformation and loading is basically nothing but data transformation and then loading it to a target location. All right. Coding is required. How much coding is required for data? Now, what are the tools to learn? Right. You should really focus on Data Factory, Databricks, Synapse as a Databricks, and then Spark and sorry, Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB, right, and Spark. That's all. This is what you should focus on. All right. And after that, you can basically learn about Fabric, Synapse Analytics, all of that you can do, right? So this you can see over here as well. Data Factory, Synapse Analytics, Databricks, SQL Stored Procedure. This is what you should focus on. Okay. Now, what is the roadmap, right? And then, like how to learn this, right? So suppose in Raj Informatica, right? We do have a defined roadmap about like let me open this and then we will go through it. In Raj Informatica, we have a defined roadmap. For example, like if you are like, suppose for example, you are a fresher, right? Or you have like 2 years of experience, 3 years of experience, you don't know coding, right? Or suppose if you have like 6 years of experience, then also you don't know coding. Or if you know coding as well, then also you don't have understanding about ETL in general, extract, transform, and load in general. You don't have any experience in Azure data engineering or data engineering per se, right? So in that case, you can go for Azure Data Engineering course, right? In this Azure Data Engineering course, we will be focusing on Data Factory mostly, right? Because it's a centered around data factory course, right? And then we will learn about Databricks, Synapse Analytics, Fabric, all of that we will learn, right? Basic to mid level, but data factory will learn basic to advanced level, right? And then what are the like things we will learn on this particular course? Let me open this. So in this particular course, we will learn about day-to-day Azure explanation. We will learn about Data Factory, Databricks, Synapse Analytics, SQL DB, DevOps, right? And then we will learn about interview question. We will build 3 projects, right? We will have a resume building mock interview sessions, right? So we'll help you in the resume. We will first help you in we will first help you in building end-to-end project, right? And then we will help you to write the project in your resume. Give me a moment. So we will first help you to write the project in your resume, right? Then once the project is completed, we'll help you to make your resume, right? Then we will help you to prepare for the interview, right? And then we will help you for the certification as well. So it's a end-to-end help from project building, from writing the project, interview preparation, mock interview, everything, right? And here we will learn about Azure basics, Azure fundamental, then data factory, pipelines such as full load, delta load, link service, integration runtime, parameterization, and then for each loop, all of that, right? Then we learn about how to monitor a pipeline, how to do logs in the pipeline, right? And then we learn about Azure DevOps, Git. Then we learn about Key Vault, data modeling such as fact, dimension, SCD implementation, right? Then we learn about Logic App, sending email, then migrating the data, right? First project. Then we will learn about Databricks such as Databricks Spark architecture, processing CSV, JSON, XML file, all of that we will learn. And we will learn basics of it, right? So whatever coding we'll use some not very advanced code, but basic code, easy to learn, easy to understand kind of a code. And then we'll do another project. And then we will do one project in Synapse Analytics, right? So these are the 3 projects we will do. And what is the architecture diagram of each of the project? Let me show you that as well. So this is the architecture diagram of first project. This is the architecture of a second project. This is the architecture of a third project. So we'll do 3 projects and then we'll learn this, right? So we will learn about ADF, Databricks, Synapse Analytics, Fabric, right? All of that we'll learn, but we'll like basic to advanced we'll learn Data Factory and other tools we will also learn. And this course can be done by anyone who has a 0 coding understanding, or if you have a coding understanding as well, if you're starting, then also you can do this particular course, right? Now somebody will say, Abhishek, I want to really focus on Databricks and Spark, right? And I want to become a big data engineer, for example. Then in that case, you can go for a Databricks course. And then here the center of focus will be like Spark and Databricks only. We will learn that and that only, right? So here, like for 2 months, we will focus on Azure Databricks and Spark, right? And the benefit of doing this course is the knowledge which you will get for Spark, it's applicable for like on-premise Spark, Fabric, Glue, and anywhere where Spark is used, you can use that particular understanding, right? So we will do 2 projects here. We will build a resume. We will do projects. We'll basically learn about Databricks Spark architecture. We'll learn about RDT data frame API, DB hotels, Data Lake, Azure DevOps Git integration. We will do one project. Then we'll learn about Databricks CLI backup process. We'll learn about Spark UI, Unity Catalog SCD implementation, Lakehouse modeling architecture, Spark optimization like user-defined function, autoloader, predicate push down, projection push down, directed acyclic graph, dynamic partition pruning, right? And then we will learn about modeling architecture, Unity catalog, right? So we will implement 2 projects in this particular course, right? And let me show you the architecture diagram of both of the project. So this is the architecture diagram of both of the project. This is the modern lake house architecture diagram, and then this is the like 2011 architecture diagram. So we will try to implement both of the project and then we will understand things, right? Give me a moment. So we will implement like both the data lake architecture diagram and lake house architecture diagram, both the architecture diagram we will implement, and then we will try to learn things, right? So now the benefit of doing a Databricks Spark course is whatever knowledge you will get, it's universal. So the Spark knowledge you will get, you can apply anywhere. And in the data factory as well, the knowledge which you will get, like migration understanding, can be applied anywhere as well, right? So now, and then if you learn Azure Databricks, you can also work with GCP Databricks as well, AWS Databricks as well, GCP AWS Databricks as well. You can work with GCP Databricks as well. That also you can do. Okay, so that is also the advantage. All right. So now, and then suppose somebody will say, Abhishek, I want to learn both, right? So suppose if somebody is experienced, 4 to 5 years of experience, 6 years of experience, then you should learn both of them, because when you want to like when you have a more experience, you are in terms of salary as well, you want like better package, right? So when you want better package, your knowledge should be also like more, right? So in that case, you should go for a 4-month course curriculum in which you should learn data factory basic to advanced, Databricks basic to advanced, Spark basic to advanced. That is what you should learn. And then you will go for 4-month course curriculum in which you will for 2 months will focus on data factory, other tools as well, and then for 2 months we will focus on Databricks and Spark. That is what we will focus on, and then we will learn for 4 months. Okay. Now let me summarize everything so that everything is clear for everyone, right? So I will open this particular slide and then we'll try to conclude everything, right? Give me a moment. All right. So now for Azure Data Engineering course curriculum, the first course curriculum, it will give you 3 years of experience, right? So after doing this course curriculum, you can write 3 years of experience into Azure Data Engineering course, right? And then we will learn about ADF, Databricks, Synapse Analytics, warehousing, ADF basic to advanced, Databricks basic to mid, Synapse basic to mid, warehousing basic to mid. Number of projects, 3 projects we will do. We will learn about data migration, full load, delta load, one-on-one project on ADF, Databricks, Synapse Analytics. How much experience? 3 years of experience you will get. Who can do this? Anybody can do this, right? Salary expectations 15 to 20 LP you can target from this course. Suppose if your salary expectation is 5 LPA, 10 LPA, no need to learn more, right? You can just learn this, okay? And then and then you can go for a job, right? You don't need to focus too much on Spark, too much on this, because when you have less experience, people expect less from you itself, right? So you should not like focus on learning many things, right? So just learn this and then that would be enough. And then if you say that, Abhishek, I'm more of a coding guy, I like to code, right? And then I want to learn big data analytics. So in that case, you can go for a Databricks Spark course curriculum. Here you'll learn about Databricks, Spark, Unity Catalog, modeling architecture. You will do 3 projects. You learn about Databricks, Spark architecture, big data processing, Unity Catalog, modeling architecture. You'll gain 3 years of experience. The basic knowledge about SQL and Python is required for this particular course. You can also target up to 15 to 20 LPA. Now, if you're a more experienced guy, right? Suppose if you have 3 to 4 years of experience, 5 years of experience guy, then you should go for a combined course in which you will learn for 4 months. You learn ADF, Databricks, Synapse Analytics, warehousing. You'll do 5 projects. You learn about data migration, full load, delta load, ADF, Databricks, Synapse Analytics, right? You can apply any job related to Databricks. You can learn about Spark architecture. If anybody can do this. Salary expectation is 15 and more. Now, if I summarize everything, Azure Data Engineering course provides you 3 years of experience. Database also provides you 3 years of experience. Combined course provides you 5 years of experience. 3 projects will be taught, 3 projects will be taught, 5 projects will be taught, right? And then here you will learn from scratch. The basic knowledge of SQL and Python is required. Combined course also you can learn from scratch. Now, if you are like, if you don't know coding, if you have 3-4 years or 2-3 years of experience, if you want to put, you can go for Azure Data Engineering. If you know coding, right, and you want to put 2-3 years of experience, go for Databricks and Spark. If you have more experience, 3 to 4 years of experience, 5 years of experience, go for a combined course, because you need to learn more, because when you want to target more package, you need to learn more, right? So you can go for a combined course in that case. Each of the course, Azure Data Engineering is for 2 months, Database Spark is also 2 months, combined courses of 4 months. Okay. Now this is a summary about everything, right? And where we will practice. We will practice everything in the Azure Cloud account. So this is a free account where we will practice everything, right? So here this account is given for everyone for free for 1 month. And after that, you can upgrade your account to pay as you go. And the costing for that is 15 1,000 to 1,500 rupees a month. Okay, so that is a costing for it. Okay, so you can pay that much amount of money, and then you can practice on that particular account, right? That also you can do. Okay, all right. Uh, all right, guys, and then here we will follow the training model of, suppose when somebody join Infosys or somebody join Mu Sigma, right? They generally provide you the intense training, a corporate training where they train you for 2 to 3 months and then put you to the project, right? Here also we'll follow the same way of training. We will have an intense training for 2 to 3 months, right? And then you will learn everything what is required for the corporate job, and then you can switch, right? So that is what we will do here. All right, guys, I am done. If you have any question now, you can ask. Anybody has any question, guys? You can unmute yourself and ask. Give me a moment. I will give you unmute option if you don't have it. Yeah, I think you have unmute option. So if you have, you can unmute yourself and ask if you have any question, guys.
Hello, hi Abhishek, Gayatri here.
Go ahead.
Actually, I don't know the Python, but here we have mentioned the SQL and Python. We need to know as a basic, right? So, will that be like covered in this course?
How much experience you have, Gayatri?
6 plus.
6+ years of experience. So what you can do, Gayatri, is you can enroll for a combined course. In that case, 2 months we will focus on data factory for that you can learn data factory without any problem, right? And then during that particular time, we will also guide you how you can learn Python, like basic of Python. So I will suggest you few of the videos to watch that I will guide you. If you complete that, that would be enough for you to go ahead with the Databricks. So I will guide you in those 2 months so that you are prepared for the Databricks.
Okay. And regarding the Azure subscription, right? You told 1 month it will be free, then it will be like a payable one, but the course is
Mhm.
like a 4 month, right? So the remaining, the combined course will be like a 4 months, correct? So
Mhm.
the remaining 3 months, how it will be, like we need to pay or any, uh, how we
So
need to
what you can do,
manage?
Gayatri, you can create another account which can go for another 1 month for free, right? And if you don't want to do it again and again every month, then you can upgrade your account to pay as you go, which will cost you 1,000 to 1,500 rupees a month. So suppose you need to bear extra cost of, like, suppose if you don't want to go for every month, you don't want to create a free subscription, like by using another debit card or credit card, you might need to you might need to pay another like 3,000 rupees or so to practice, right?
Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Anybody other question, guys? Anybody has any question, guys?
Abhishek, I have one question regarding your curriculum. You mentioned that like Azure DevOps, right?
Mhm.
So, what is the use case for the Azure DevOps for this Azure Data Engineering?
Azure DevOps is being used to push your code, like suppose when you are doing your code, like in
Mm-hmm.
Data Factory, or when you're building a pipeline in Data Factory, or when you are
Mm-hmm.
trying to code in Databricks as well, you need a repository or you need a place where you can store your code. So we will be learning Azure DevOps, how to push your code, how to do the cherry pick, how to do the Git revert, like basics of Git, which
Mm-hmm.
you need to learn on day-to-day like job of like pushing your code to DevOps so that people can review your code and provide you like some sort of a comment. So how that process goes on. And then suppose if you want to just like push some part of your code, right? So though for those things, we will learn about Azure DevOps.
Okay, I got it. So we are not like creating any CI/CD pipeline in Azure DevOps, right?
We will
Only
not
for
create any CI/CD pipeline in this particular course. We
Mhm.
previously previously what we used to do, we used to invest like 1 hour, 1.5 hour to teach very basics of DevOps, like
Mhm.
CI/CD pipeline. But people just has like a false perception. Reason being that they think that, hey, if I just learn this 1 hour, they can create like CI/CD pipeline in the corporate company. That is not doable. So like then we removed it from the course curriculum. If you want to really learn DevOps, you need to learn separately for 2 months DevOps only. So in this particular course, this is a pure data engineering course where we will not talk anything beside data engineering. Okay. So we will
Right.
learn DevOps only from the data engineering perspective. That is what we will focus on. We will not focus on DevOps practice or anything of that sort. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Anybody has any question, guys? All right. Okay, guys. So I will just say one thing, right? So whatever is being like written, we will learn that and we will learn it in a very like advanced manner from basic to advanced. And whatever we are not learning, I'm very straightforward in telling that, right? So I mean, you will see many courses in the market that, hey, we are providing 2 months course, and then they will tell you, hey, I will teach you Python, SQL, and then I will teach you like Data Factory, Databricks, God knows 10 more things, right? So like in our course curriculum, we will be focusing on very specific tool, which is very, very important to switch the job, and that is what we'll focus on. And we'll learn that, and then we will get a job. And honestly, I know this only, and I am able to like switch companies. I'm able to get job around, right? So it's doable. And I will teach you, and me and Sankha will make sure you understand this, and you are also able to switch the job, right? Now, Karthik, you can take the demo forward now.
Yes, Abhishek, I'm here. Can I give you a call? Yeah, hi everyone. This is Karthik again. So let me share my screen. As I said you, I'll be helping you about the job assistance and I'll be helping you about the discount prices and everything, right? So yes, let me start with the discount prices. If you can visit the website here, you can see the actual prices of the course. Okay, so this is the actual prices of the course. Azure Data Engineering, the course duration will be 2 months and the price will be like 19,999. Okay. And on this price, you're going to get a 10% discount today. Whoever is going to enroll today. So today is like a final public session we have given. So from the next session, only the enrolled people will be there in the classes. Okay. And the prices like coming to this price, like we are going to provide you a 10% discount today. Whoever is going to enroll today in these courses, you are going to get 10% discount on this. So for Azure Data Engineering, the course price is 19,999, but you will be paying only 17,999 today. Okay. The Databricks also same. It is 19,999, but you will be paying only 17,999 here. Coming to the Data Engineering and Databricks combo price, the course price is like 34,999, but you will be paying only 31,499 rupees only. Okay. These are the prices. You are going to get a 10% discount on this and you can enroll for the program. So we will be providing you the Oracle classes as well. Okay, so this is a complimentary training. So the people who don't know about Oracle, no need to worry about that. We can help you with the Oracle classes as well. We have a 15 hours of Oracle sessions, okay, where you can learn from complete scratch. Even if you don't know what is table, what is data, from there we will be starting and we'll be helping you with. No need to worry about that. Yes, Abdul. See, we do provide the job referrals as well. Okay, so we are from the market, like we are from the industry in the last 4.5 years. Okay, we are from the training industry from last 4.5 years. Okay, we trained more than 11,000 plus people here. So out of that, like 9.5K plus people got placed, and they are working in top MNCs right now. Okay, so many of the working on the MNCs, many of the working in the startups as well. Okay, in all the companies. So our students are working right now. So what we can do is, so right now, whenever they have their referrals, suppose a Raj Informatica student is working in TCS right now, so he got to know that there is some referrals available here. So what he'll do is he will share with the team. So we have a community, we have alumni community, so that like they will be sharing the job opportunities with us, and we will be posting the opportunities accordingly. Like if it is Azure opportunity, we'll be posting in Azure group. If it is a Power BI opportunity, we'll be posting in Power BI. Like that, like we will be helping the students as well. No need to worry about that. And see, coming to the Azure, this is a currently trending right now. Okay, so Azure is the one of the most used cloud in last 2 years. If you can see the growth of Azure in the last 2 years, this is the most used cloud from all the companies. So no need to worry about that. You have multiple opportunities. And let me show you our job portals as well. Just give me a second. Okay, so I have shown you this in the last session also. Okay, so this page is still under developing. Okay, so still we are adding all the jobs here, and there are some edits to be done also. So I'm just like showing you roughly so how the page will be and how you need to go, how you need to apply for the jobs from Raj Cloud Technologies portal. We can see here, this is Raj Cloud Technologies job listings portal. Okay, so this page will be, so only the enrolled students will be having the access to this page. Okay, so only the enrolled students will be having the access to this page. You can see here there are many job opportunities posted here on Snowflake Data Engineering, GenAI Consultant. Okay, so AWS DevOps Infrastructure Specialist. Okay, and many jobs here posted, right? So now you can just filter the jobs as per your course. You can just go to here all topics related to, and you can search here. So there are all the courses are listed here. You can just select Azure so that you'll find the opportunities on Azure. Whatever the Azure opportunities that we have updated on that day, you can see the Azure opportunities here. You can see here there Azure Data Engineering opportunity. Location is Bangalore and Chennai. 4 to 8 years experience candidates can apply for this. And Senior Data Engineer job role, Bangalore, Gurugram and Pune. So 3 to 8 years experience candidates can apply for this. If you just click on the job, you can see more info as well. Just click on the job. Okay, so if you just scroll down, you can see the complete information about the job description, job overview, okay, and responsibilities, everything you can see here, the qualifications, okay, everything you can see here, and you can just apply from here. Okay, you can just give your name, mail ID, your mobile number, and you can drop your CV here. Once you click on submit, this will be applied. Okay, and this job post is posted by this company. In the same way, we will be uploading for each and every category, that is for freshers, for experienced candidates like from 1 year to 10 years. Okay, so whoever is working on these things, you can directly apply from here in this page. Got it? We will be providing you the resume, interview questions, and we will guide you where the opportunities are available right now, how to apply for it, how to clear the interviews. Okay, from tell me about yourself question. Okay, I can see many people are from different backgrounds, like from non-IT people also. So how to convert your current experience into relevant experience? Yes, we'll be helping you. If you have a career gap, so if you want to showcase some experience here, so how to get the experience documents and everything? Yes, we will help you. We have a consultancy contacts, so where you can get the like experience certificates as well. Okay, each and every way, for each and every category of people, we will be helping you. No need to worry about that. The only one thing that you need to do it from your end is consistency. Okay, consistently you need to join the classes. Consistently, like you need to practice the things. Consistently you need to submit the assignments in time. So when you do all these things for the next 4 months, so definitely you will be landing on the job like with very good package. Got it? So yes, this is how the Raj Cloud technology is going to help you for your jobs and for complete support until unless you get job. Okay. So even see, I have a students like who have completed their course 4 months ago and trying right now. If they ask me the resume after 6 months, after 3 months, after 1 year also, yes, we do provide. Whenever you come to Raj Cloud Technologies, whatever we promise you to give, anytime you can contact us and you can get it. Okay, we will be working from morning 8 a.m. to night 11 p.m. we will be working. So whatever the questions you have, whatever the doubts you have, so anything like whatever you have, you can just contact us on these numbers, on this number. Okay, let me show you. So this is the number 8105296858. On this number you can contact us, both WhatsApp and normal calls, like both will be like taken on this. Okay, you can just give us a call or give us a message on this. We will be available from Sunday to Monday. All days we will be available from morning 8 a.m. to night 11 p.m. Okay. Yes. I can see some questions here. Let me see. Abdul, don't worry about it. You just drop me your WhatsApp number here. I'll give you a call personally and I'll help you more. Okay. I need to take few more details from your end. So I'll just connect you personally and I can help you on this. So just post me your name and WhatsApp number. So you can just like post your WhatsApp number here. I'll get connected like right after the session. Okay. Yes. Still any questions from anyone? Any questions from anyone? If you have any questions, please unmute yourself and you can ask, or else you can post here also. Or you can post here also. I'll just show you once like how to access the course and everything. Okay. So you can see here. So this is our website. One second. Let me show you very clearly. Okay. So just open the Exvast application, whatever the application like we said to install you can just go to razinformatica.com. In browser, you can search for razinformatica.com. Right side top corner, you can see sign up with Google. Just click on it. Just click on this. Okay. In this page, never give any email ID or password here. Okay. So always use sign in with Google. Always use sign in with Google. Once you click on sign in with Google, so if you haven't logged in with your mail ID, it will ask you to log in. Okay. So whatever the mail ID you have given at the time of registration, you can just like use the same mail ID here and you can log in. Once you log in the student section, you can just go to enroll courses. You can see the complete enroll courses here. Okay. As I am the admin, I have all the courses access here, but for you, it will be only these two courses will be available. Whoever enrolled for both the courses, you can get two courses like this: Azure Data Engineering Batch 4, Azure Databricks Batch 4. If you enroll for only data engineering, you can see only data engineering course in your account. Once you click on this, you can find out like two buttons like start learning. Just click on start learning. Left side, you can see session 1 to 10. So we have already uploaded the first 10 classes of previous batch. Okay. Whoever enrolled already, you people can access all these recordings. Once the session 1 is done, session 1 will replace here. Whatever session 1 we are going to complete in the batch number 4. So that session will be replaced here. Same session 2. Once completion of session 2, session 2 will replace. Session 3 will replace. In the same way, once the class is done for us, we'll replace that particular session here. Got it? So once you click on this, you can see the video right side. Just scroll down. Below the video itself, you have a material option as well. Once you click on this material option, if there is any material available for this particular session, it will be shown here. Okay. So right now, like we haven't read any material here. That is the reason why you cannot see anything. But like whenever you just click on the download here, it will be redirected to materials page. Yeah, Prasad, I can help you here. Okay. So don't worry about it. Like once after the session, you can just like message me personally. I can help you with this Databricks course also. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah. So this is how like you can access the material and sessions also. Got it? Yes. Still any questions from anyone? So, like Ashish, like we plan to start the actual session only today, but as many people are new to the session, so we have started with the complete scratch. The next session will be the actual session. As I said you, from the next session, only the enrolled candidates will be there. So we'll be allowing only the enrolled candidates only for the next session. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah. And today is the last day for the 10% discount as well. As I said you, whoever want to enroll for this program for the Azure Data Engineering and Databricks, you can enroll today and you can start your registrations by contacting on this number. You can contact on this number 8105296858. So on this number, you can contact us and you can complete your enrollment as well. If you have any questions, if you need any assistance, you can just like contact us on this number so that like we can help you more. Still any questions from anyone, please? Any questions from anyone? Yeah, so we are going to create a group as well now. So all the enrolled people will be added to the group and the schedule will be posted in the group. Okay, Gayatri Garu, don't worry about it. You will get the complete schedule and you will be added to the WhatsApp group as well. Okay, so if you have any questions, as I said, you can just contact us on this number. Okay, thank you all for joining session today. So before ending the session, I just want to show you one more thing. So this is our YouTube channel, Raj Informatica Real Time Hands-on Job Based Training. So in this YouTube channel, you are going to you can get the video. You can get today's session video here in this YouTube channel. Okay, mostly by tomorrow morning 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. to or 11 a.m. we'll be uploading the session. Okay. From here, you can access the first session, but from the next session, you will be able to access all the things in our website only. As I shown you, this is the page where you can get the all recordings and material. Okay. Yes. I hope I have cleared all your questions. If you still have any questions, you can ask us or else you can contact me on this number. Done. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining session today. Have a great day. Thank you.